Hey everybody, I want to introduce myself real quick. My name is Jason Sant, and I was actually with Kevin Trudeau at the federal prison camp in Montgomery for approximately 4 years. I've had a lot of time, I've spent a lot of time with him mentoring, being mentored and just talking with him about life, doing yoga, doing meditation, all sorts of experiences, probably hundreds of hours, I don't know. It was a great blessing, and he had a profound effect on my life, as I'm sure a lot of you that are going to see this video. So what I wanted to do is I was asked to do a video just to kind of, I guess, give a little bit of perspective on my experience with Kevin and how he's doing from somebody that's actually been with him. But first, before I do that, I want to thank some people. First of all, I want to thank all of you. I know, Kevin's been working on getting a pardon ever since he got there. I wrote a letter on his behalf. Several of the inmates did as well. But I can't tell you how much it means to somebody who's incarcerated to have people on the outside sending love and, just helping to advocate their cause, because it's so difficult to do that from behind prison walls. So lots of love in my heart and gratitude for all of you that have written letters, that have done a lot of things to encourage the government to pardon Kevin. And if you haven't done that yet, I would encourage you to do that. And you can get those letters to Matthew Schaefer, who's running the Free Kevin Trudeau Facebook group. So if you haven't done that, I don't think it's too late, and that would be something great for you to do, because believe it or not, it can really make a difference. And on this theme of gratitude, I want to send so much love and gratitude, first of all, to Matthew Schaefer, who is running the Free Kevin Trudeau Facebook group, and also Chente Ramirez, who has done so much to advocate on Kevin's behalf as well. So there's a lot of people that are, that are working on Kevin's behalf, and I think it's a great cause. So let me tell you, it's been really difficult for me to figure out exactly what to share with you guys, because Kevin has had such a big impact on my life over a long period of time. I have a lot of stories and a lot of things I could say. I wanted to show you something. These are my dream building journals. This is my stuff. Just, I've got 4 journals about 200 pages each, written on both sides. So what is that? About 1,600 pages full of notes from my mentorship with Kevin, and just our conversations, and all the sorts of, the business plans and all sorts of stuff that I spent time with him and worked on. So trying to distill this down into a few videos has been really difficult. But what I think I'm going to do is just do a series of short videos where I share with you some of the, I guess, my biggest aha moments, or the biggest things that really stuck out to me from my time with Kevin in prison. And I'll start with the first day we met. Okay, so I was walking the track in prison. That's a common thing. We have a track outside. And I remember seeing this guy who looked familiar. Because we get a lot of VIPs in federal prison that come through, and I also worked with Jeff Skilling, the CEO of Enron, former CEO. So, and there's several. I could drop a lot of names, but you get the point. But I said, I think I recognize that person. But Kevin had grown his hair out, and it was actually pretty long, and I was like, that looks like Kevin Trudeau, but I'm not quite sure. Anyway, we got to talking, and sure enough, it was Kevin. It was his first day there, and I'll never forget. Usually when somebody comes in to federal prison, they're kind of a mess. Like I know I was. It took me a while to adjust. You've had your freedom taken away. It's a tough adjustment, but Kevin's attitude right from the get-go was, I'm going to use this time, I'm going to better myself, I'm going to, I've got a lot of things to accomplish. And he was very serene and very yeah, very, very certain of the direction that he was going to take. And I remember at the time just being really, really impressed with that, because that is so rare. And as I've gotten to know Kevin over the years and spent so much time with him, I just realized that all these things that he's teaching, it's not, I mean, it is in his DNA. It is who he is. You know, he would say to me often that, you know, there's a lot of things we know about, but we only know what we do. And that makes sense. I mean, you know, and the reason that he knows this stuff so well, and I mean knows it, is because he lives it. Because these success principles that he teaches, he's not just teaching this bullshit that he's read in books. I mean, he lives this stuff. Literally, this is what he reads, this is what he consumes, this is how he talks, this is how he thinks, this is him. And we become what we think about most of the time. And so, to me, Kevin's an example of, A, how important it is to discipline our programming, what we allow to come into our hearts and minds, and what we listen to, what we see, who we listen to, and B, actually applying what we learn. Because if we don't apply it, knowledge is not power, it is applied knowledge that is power. So, I also wanted to talk another topic. I know there's a lot of bad stuff out there about Kevin on the internet. And the thing is, you know, he made this point to me once, you know, the more success you have in life, the more critics that they're going to be. But nobody ever raises a statue to a critic. But everybody who's had a statue raised to them has been heavily criticized in their life. And I'm not saying that Kevin's going to have a statue raised to him. I don't know. But my point is, and another thing that he would say is when you accept the praise and the adulation, you also need to accept the criticism. So it's the yin and the yang, and he's very sanguine about that. He's very accepting and of the fact that there would be bad things said. And of course, look, let's be honest, the government has an incentive. When they put anybody in prison, the government wants to make sure that everybody believes that they're the worst human being on the earth, even though the United States has more prisons than it does universities. Even though the United States has only 4% of the world's population, but we incarcerate 25% of the world's prisoners. A quarter of all the people on earth that are in prison are in the United States. So, you know, it's insane. Our criminal justice system is out of control, insane. But you know, I would say, you know, I love Kevin seriously with all my heart. He helped me see a lot of things, both in ways that I can progress further, in certain things that were holding me back. And I know that in his heart, he truly has a deep desire to help people find and go after their dreams. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. That being said, Kevin is human, just like all of us. He's got his weaknesses. He has, you know, and he'll be the first one to tell you that. It's not, you know, I mean, we all have our weaknesses and our shortcomings and so forth. But I'm just so thankful that I crossed paths with him. The books that he's encouraged me to read, the people that I've met just through association, and I really want to hit on this. If you're watching this video and you're connected to Kevin, first of all, I love you already, because you're trying to progress and to advance your life, and you have most likely you have a high vibration, a high energy, and those are the kind of people that I want to associate with, you know. So we're already have a lot in common. We're like-minded in the sense that we're trying to progress and grow, and I think that's one of the beauties of what Kevin is doing, is that it attracts people that are of that same mindset, that want to succeed. The question is always comes down to, it's not enough to know the information, but do you apply it? And you know, I already knew a lot of these principles. In fact, while I was in prison, I published my first book. I earned a master's degree. I ran a marathon. I lost 70 pounds. Did a lot of things, and those are all fantastic, and I'm really proud of those things. What Kevin helped me realize, though, is that there's a whole nother level that comes from learning how to dream build and learning how to, you know, really tap into the thinking part, not just the action part, but it really is our thoughts that are 90% of it, or 80% of it, and 20% action. But anyway, what I think I'll do is I've got, like I said, I have all this content, all these books. This is my dream building book, and I use it every day. I go through and I write out my dreams and I experience them every day. All these lessons that I've learned from Kevin, I'm going to distill this down, I think, into just a few short videos of the most profound, impactful things that Kevin taught me while I was there, and I'm going to share these with everybody. And I just, again, I want to express my love and gratitude to all of you for everything you're doing for Kevin. It means so much to us as prisoners to have support. I just love you as human beings. I recognize and see the divinity in you, and I really believe that each of you are sons and daughters of God, that you have infinite potential, and literally you are designed for greatness, and you have that within you, and these principles work. And just since I've been out, so many amazing doors have opened. I've met some amazing people, and God is just opening some amazing doors for business and all sorts of things. So you guys are the type of people that I want to associate with. So feel free to hit me up on Facebook, send me a friend request, let's communicate. I love you so very much. I know Kevin loves you too. He has a great love and passion for his community, and you know, when he posts, when you see those posts from Kevin on Facebook, those are really his posts. I've been with him in the computer room in TrueLinks, what we call TrueLinks, is our email program, when he is actually writing those, and he loves you guys so much, and he really can't wait to get out and pick up where he left off. This is not the end of the Kevin Trudeau story. He is going to do some amazing things after this. I've talked with him in detail about, you know, a lot of the things that he's going to do, and let me tell you, the comeback story is just going to be off the charts. So if you're feeling at all like you've been knocked down in life, like you're struggling, whatever the case is, let me just tell you, it is not the end, and it doesn't matter what you've gone through. I'm coming out of federal prison after 5 years, and seriously, I have the best years of my life ahead. I have some amazing things that are in the works that are coming down the pipe. And it really just matters what you focus on. So I love you guys so very much. Thank you, Matthew, for this invitation, for this opportunity to share. And I will be sending some more videos forthcoming soon. I love you guys.